Hey everyone, Rock is George here from the Rock is George podcast and the loudest.com on the planet, knac.com, back with another vinyl unboxing. You could probably guess which one it's about after seeing the title card and the album in the background. It's Van Halen's latest box set, Van Halen Collection, Volume 2. Is that what they're calling it? It just says Van Halen 86 to 96 on the side here. This is their solo albums with Sammy Hagar and Rarities bonus LP. But if you're a Van Halen fan, they're not so rare. 5 LPs remastered from the original tapes by Bernie Grundman. It's got the albums 5150, OU812 for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, Balance, and of course the studio rarities from 89 to 2004. Is the back showing you the album covers. Get the glossiness off. Very disappointed. No color variants with this release. The record store day release of Live Right Here, Right Now, that's a red vinyl. I thought they would go down the same road, but maybe this is just like a test run to see how these do, to see if color variants are worth it. But I'd say it's an expensive test run. I bought this for 110. The front, very similar to their Best of Volume 1 logo. First concert I ever saw was Van Halen, the Balance Tour, 1994-ish. I haven't interviewed anyone in Van Halen, but the opening act for Van Halen when I saw them was Collective Soul. And I interviewed Dean, the guitarist from Collective Soul. Check that out on the Rock is George podcast right here on this YouTube channel. All right, let's take a look at each album. We have first album with Sammy Hagar, 5150. Album artwork looking great. Here's the back. Coming out of that globe. I don't know if you guys grew up watching ESPN Body Shaping, but I'm pretty sure that's Rick from Body Shaping from the 90s. Kind of enjoyed his workouts growing up as a teen when I had time for all that. Here's the sleeve. I don't remember how true this is to the originals. I had cassettes of this and then eventually CDs, I think. So you're just going to get a very clingy black vinyl. That's going to be fun to put back in there. No frills. Little Warner label on there. So you get it back in the sleeve. There we go. Any other inserts in here? Nope. Keeping it plain and simple this time around, Van Halen. Next album in the catalog, OU812. Clever play on words. Many people got license plates made out of that. Can't really see the track listing on the back now, can you? All right. The Sammy Diamond Love symbol there. Forget what he calls it. You got the lyrics. Probably should have told you what was on the last album for songs, but you got Cabo Wabo on this one. Black and Blue. Feel So Good. Mine All Mine's a great song. Wasn't a single, but it was on there. Finish What You Started. Sammy's written like 3 or 4 songs with the same with the same theme. Finish What You Started. So this has a little more going on the label. Maybe they were branching out. Maybe they got a bigger budget. So do you need me to tell you what was on the 5150 album as far as songs? I guess I'm going to need the sleeve and not the album cover, huh? Why Can't This Be Love? Mega hit for them. Best of Both Worlds. Dreams. That was the theme of the Blue Angels. Not sure Blue Angels still do stuff, do they? The Navy, no, the Air Force. No, it's the Navy's jet fighting team or something like that. Good Enough. There it is again, if you didn't see it the first time around. I know a lot of people say that Van Halen wasn't the same when Sammy came along. Apparently, people had never heard of Van Halen bought all their albums when Sammy joined. I don't know. They seem to sell a hell of a lot more. For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, another play on words. Fuck. It was so cool when you were a kid. Nice little photo collage of the guys putting the record together. No lyric sheet for this one, huh? Nothing inside here. Nope. So some of the hit songs from this: Pound Cake, Run Around. Um, right now, of course, mega hit. That was actually my college graduation song. Top of the World. A couple other great songs on here that I like that weren't singles: Judgment Day, In and Out, Man on a Mission, The Dream Is Over. Really good songs on this one. I guess lyrics weren't needed for this one. This one goes back to the plain and simple label, the Warner emblem. Again, if you've ever watched my unboxings, I prefer the colored vinyls. It's kind of hurt that I had to buy black vinyls, but I'm a huge Van Halen fan. Seeing them as your first concert would do that to a person. Next album in line, and I believe the final actual album with Sammy Hagar, was Balance. Certainly some mixed opinions about the cover art. It's kind of, if you read the books that around Van Halen, this was kind of where they were all button heads and it was all falling apart with the Van Halen brothers and Sammy Hagar. Can't Stop Loving You was a big hit. Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do. Amsterdam. I'm not sure they released that as a single. Really good song, though. As well as Feeling. Really like that one. They did that one live for the Balance Tour. Deja Vu, Take Me Back. It's another good song, too. All right. No inserts on here either. Picture of the band. The lyrics come back for this one. Wonder why there's no lyrics on the last one. Interesting. Wonder if there was originally. All right, here's the bonus vinyl. I'm sure these rarities appeared on greatest hits albums, or with the case of I think it's Crossing Over, was a B-side to a single that they never put on an album. I guess this is their first time on vinyl. I believe one of them is a instrumental anyway. Maybe they couldn't fit that on Balance, or on Well You Wait One Two, Apolitical Blues. Actually, you know what? I think that's what they did. I'm just gonna go back and check that and see. Ooh, maybe that's why that's not there. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's what they did. All right. Respect the Wind from the movie Twister. Twister was a huge, huge movie. Humans Being from the movie Twister. It's About Time was from the Best of Both Worlds compilation. Up for Breakfast was also on there. Learning to See was on there. All right. Front. I swear I've seen that photo in a bunch of bootlegs of their concerts of that time period. No real explanation on the bonus tracks, no real descriptors on it. Pretty plain sleeve here, black vinyl with the symbol. Now, for all the non-Sammy fans say that Sammy ruined the group, I would say this. Eddie Van Halen and Alex Van Halen were in charge of the band. And If you have any gripes about the change in sound, they had the final decision, I'm sure. I don't think Sammy had that much say, certainly not in the beginning. As they evolved, maybe, but Eddie certainly wanted to go in a keyboard way and wanted to be a little more commercial. And there's nothing wrong with liking both. I love David Lee Roth Van Halen. I love Sammy Hagar Van Halen. Maybe one song with Gary Sharon Van Halen. That was just a disaster. I think we can all agree on that one. So here it is. Van Halen Collection Volume 2. Hopefully we'll see a color variant in the future. You've been great. I've been George Dion. I'll see you again soon.